my mother's twin sister, and even so, they were as different as night and day. This is a picture of my mother. While my mother was blonde and voluptuous, Caroline was a brunette with no breasts to speak of, or abdomen, or limbs. My mother thought she was an only child for 36 years, so quite understandably, she was thrilled to find out that she had a sibling, or part of one. I am not talking about twins separated at birth who have reunited. I'm talking about the road less traveled. Twins joined at birth on the inside and not aware of the other until one is cut out by a surgeon. The size of a grapefruit, he noted in her folder. I wish when something grew to be the size of a grapefruit, it also shared the grapefruit's other qualities. Round and pink with a yellow peel would have been far more comforting to see than the hairy fetus my mom brought home. It was, here we are. It was 1967. The Beatles had just released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. My mom was pregnant with her 5th child, and things were not going well. Not only was she bedridden and hemorrhaging, but Dad had lost interest in her bloated physique and had taken up with me. I was sporting the rock-hard body of a 10-year-old boy. You guys, I'm not, be happy, this is not sad. It's not incest. Okay, so if I put out, like I had a choice, I got to stay up and watch The Flying Nun. Aww. 12 episodes later, Mom went to the hospital to have my brother Lawrence. There they discovered a tumor on her left ovary, and so her doctor did what all doctors did in the 60s and gave her a routine hysterectomy. In doing so, they realized that what they thought was a tumor was actually a twin sister that had stopped growing in my grandmother's womb 36 years ago and attached itself to my mother's ovary during gestation. Where it had resided, one could presume contentedly, until my mother started hemorrhaging and the steady supply of blood caused the fetus to grow again. My grandma didn't want to have anything to do with it. She refused to see her child. So my mom named her and brought her home. I should mention that my mom, without ovaries, was thrown into menopause at 36 and given unlimited refills of Valium to cope. Sis, whoever said drugs and alcohol don't mix has never had Valium and vodka. She locked herself in her room for the first month. A live-in nurse took care of my baby brother, and our 2 maids watched over the rest of us. Every morning we had to say goodbye to my mother through her bedroom door. Tell your mom you're going to school now. At night the same ritual would occur. Tell your mom you're going to bed. I'll never forget the color of her doorknob. Good night, Mom. She never answered me, though once I heard her singing, I've got lots of friends in San Jose. Woo, woo, woo. Then one day she came out, barefoot, wearing a tight gold lame dress, big circles of mascara under her eyes, and her hair teased straight up. She looked like a drunken backup singer who'd been through a tornado. But it was great to see her. Even though Pearl and Larnell took much better care of us, I missed my mom and was really happy whenever she smiled at me, even if it was by accident. Sis. I hugged her as hard as I could and hoped Dad would be attracted to her new look. That's when she brought up Aunt Caroline. She grabbed my hand. I have someone I want you to meet. I've seen the baby, Mom. He's really cute. Not him. She told me about the real miracle as we headed towards her room. And I must have winced or something because she reprimanded me. She is your Aunt Andrea. And if you cannot accept that, I'm not going to introduce you. I promised I would be polite so that I could see her. I knew I'd regret it moments later, but I was compelled. Like a kid entering a freak show in the privacy of her mother's walk-in closet. As I watched Mom climb up all her shelves of shoes and handbags in her gold lame mini dress to retrieve my aunt from one of her Easter hat boxes, life became surreal. Caroline, you have a visitor. She sang and she climbed higher and higher. And even though I was creeped out, it was nice to see Mom happy again. Maybe other mothers looked like they'd been on the Sonny and Cher show and talked to their dead relatives that they kept in the closet. I didn't know. But as Mom climbed higher, I hope so. Misery loves company, and so does perversity. She jumped down, holding a large mayonnaise-type jar for me to see. Andrea, this is Caroline. Say hello, sweetie. Nestled in cloudy water, I saw a 5-inch, Nestled in cloudy water, I saw a 5-inch long thing with brown teeth, hair, and part of a spine. It looked like a deformed troll doll in formaldehyde. She's dead, right? We don't know that for sure. I ran out screaming. Things kind of went back to normal. That's as close as I could find. Things kind of went back to normal after that. Mom started paying attention to my baby brother when the live-in nurse quit. And I never missed an episode of The Flying Nun. Don't feel bad, it was a really good show. If Mom brought up Aunt Caroline, I remembered school books that I left at my friend's house or homework I had to do. The point is, having a dead aunt who lives in a jar inside your mom's closet sounds a lot cooler than it is. I tried to forget about her and just relegate the memory to childhood delusion. Till my brother Lawrence called me 17 years later. Listen to this shit. I came home wasted last night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and tried to sneak past Mom, who was in the living room wearing her slip and talking to herself. But I crashed in the fucking table, and she hears me, so I had to stay up and drink with her. I hate that. I know. But get this, after a while she says, I think you're old enough to see something. And takes me to her bedroom. We go into her closet. She tells me to close my eyes. Ooh, did she strap on a dildo? Shut up, I'm trying to tell you. After a while, she says, you can look now. And when I open my eyes, she's holding a fucking jar with this gnarly mutant thing. She tells me it's her sister. She's been living in the closet for 17 years. Can you believe that shit? Some people should stay in the fucking closet. In case you're having trouble believing me, why would you? I have trouble, and I saw her. I called my mother's doctor, who verified that these things happen. And he had a patient once who had a twin brother at the base of his spine, showed up in an x-ray when he had complained of back problems. A colleague of mine had a woman with digestive troubles, and when they removed the embryo of her twin brother from her stomach, she felt better. The condition is called vanishing twins. You should Google it. One dies in utero and is reabsorbed by the other twin. Simple as that. Simple and gross. in 1991, my mother gave her sister an elaborate cremation and burial at sea. It was a beautiful service and cost $3,500 in case any of you are interested. We stood there trying not to laugh and biting the insides of our mouth as my mom gave Caroline a drunken send-off. You were always by my side. When I needed someone to talk to, you were the wind beneath my wings. Bette Midler played on the sound system as my mother emptied her remains into the sea. A normal-sized person, by the way, reduces down to about 1.5 pounds of ashes. Fun fact. When Mom emptied Aunt Caroline into the sea, it was like flicking the ash off the And I just couldn't help thinking that she should have gotten a discount. You can cremate a hamster for $90. So it's hard to process things that are out of the ordinary. My mom found solace in keeping a 36-year-old fetus in her closet, and I find solace in mocking her. But the truth is, we might all have little twin brothers or sisters inside of us that we won't meet till we start hemorrhaging one day and they grow to the size of a grapefruit. Thank you.